This is Firefly's take on a Firebird guitar. This one comes with a really cool looking finish, and I'm gonna kind of go over the details, break it down, look up nice and close, and you're gonna get to hear it. First off, I don't usually love gold hardware. I do think it looks good on this guitar, but if I was given a choice, I would choose probably chrome. The hardware seems to be pretty good quality. The finish is beautiful. I mean, look at the design here. Even just looking at this guitar, it looks awesome. Now, if you take a closer look, the details I think are just as good. The setup out of the box I think is pretty impressive. It's got nice and low action, probably about 1.5 millimeters, but we'll check that out. The neck seems to be nice and straight. Yeah, there's a little relief on the neck, not too much. I'd probably take it back just a little bit, but this thing was shipped across the country to me, so it's normal for things to shift a little bit, and also weather is a factor there too. The specs are pretty good. It has a bone nut, really nice stainless frets with rounded edges, a rosewood fretboard with some definitely nice looking inlays, big block inlays. It has this neck through design with beautiful wood grain. Really cool feature. Of course, the shape is awesome. It's iconic. There's a bit of a rough spot on the headstock, right on the very edge where the paint meets the wood grain. Now, keep in mind, this features mini humbuckers. They're not full-size humbuckers. So for upgrades, swaps, things like that, that'll be a consideration that you'll want to take. It has 4 knobs, volume and tone. We've got the jack here on the front. I don't typically love a jack on the front of a guitar sticking straight out like this, but you know, the design is what the design is. You can use a 90-degree cable here. That's not something that's a major deal. I just don't really prefer it there. When I get a closer look, I do see some kind of imperfections. I think that's to be expected when you pay under 300 bucks or about 300 bucks for a guitar. Imperfections are not major and they're not super noticeable, but if I hold this in certain light, I can definitely see like swirl marks. They're not really polishing. I think they're almost like tooling marks or something, very, very subtle. And they're on the back, not a huge deal, just something to be aware of. Where the neck through is raised, the plate is slightly higher as well. Look at this fade here. If you look at the finish, how it fades from dark, and it's a pretty sharp fade. It's almost like a black and tan or like two-tone. I think that looks really good. You can see the scarf joint here. Not a big deal, but it strengthens the neck. And I think it's in a good spot too. The neck is very thin, I would say. The neck binding was done nicely on this guitar, and it's like a cream or almost like ivory color, so I think it fits and looks really good. Another thing to consider, this guitar is longer than your standard guitar. I had trouble finding a gig bag to fit this into, but it does actually fit pretty much perfectly into the same gig bag that I use for my semi-hollow guitars. Of course, with this shape here, the sort of like offset body shape, don't set this down and expect it to lean up against something perfectly. I wouldn't say it's a prototype, but when this was released, I only know of 2 that were available. I think I'm one of the first people to see it at 3 o'clock in the morning when it was dropped on the Guitars Garden website. I snatched it right up, and it showed only one other one available, and someone else posted on the Facebook group that they snagged it. So I don't know if there were maybe a few more that people didn't post about, but I only saw, I think, 2 or 3 available total, and it seems like that's the consensus. So not quite one of a kind, but definitely very limited supply. My understanding is that this was a tiny run that was dropped along with, you know, a bunch of other models. So overall, this thing looks awesome. It feels good. Like, yes, I'd say it's a little weird. See how it's a little clunky, a little awkward? It's probably less common to play something like this if you're just kind of sitting around on the couch or whatever. Well, I'm gonna let you hear this. We're gonna go through the pickup selector and hear all the different tones. And we'll hear it clean, we'll hear it dirty, so let's check it out. Now here's the deal, I'm gonna do some clean samples, and thanks to Jace Allen from Jace Allen Guitar, his YouTube channel, I won this pedal. This is a Hot Plexi, I'm not sure the manufacturer, Kmise, I believe. Kmise? I don't know. But thanks to Jace Allen, I won this in one of the giveaways he did. So I figure I'll feature it in this video. I don't have a 90-degree cable here today, so I'm just gonna have this kind of sticking out, but it is kind of back far enough. I think it'll be fine. The pedal was engaged. I was like, why the hell? So this is starting off on clean. Later we're gonna get the pedal going. I have the tone all the way up, very, very trebly. That's all the way down. It's about halfway. All right, it was out of tune a little bit after strumming, but like I said, I think it's warming up because it's been kind of in a chilly room overnight. I'm just gonna go through, show you basic chords with all the pickup positions. I have the tone halfway up. So this again is the bridge, mini humbucker in the bridge. Okay, so let's go to the middle position. And the neck. Now I've got the tone halfway for the neck. You didn't come here to hear chords, so we're gonna get that pedal going. I have the settings unchanged from when Jace set me this pedal. So I just wanted to I thought that might be fun to first show it with those settings engaged. So the distortion is almost all the way up. It has tone right in the middle. Ah, that sounds nice. I think this guitar looks really, really cool. I think it has a good variety of tones. I'm not sure how I feel yet about these mini humbuckers. I do think it sounds pretty nice clean. I'm having trouble getting good tones dirty though. I don't know, it sounds pretty muddy, I think. So we've heard a little clean, we've heard a little dirty. I'm getting used to the feel of it a little bit. It's pretty light for what it is. I haven't weighed it, I'll do that for you. I got it, it's 7 pounds, 7 ounces. I do like it though, it's pretty cool. I would personally prefer it without the gold. I would prefer it with chrome, or even black would be kind of cool for like a little modern flair on this. Cool look. I actually like the white pickguard on this one because it's got that one ply kind of classic look. I don't mind it. The tuning, I'm hoping the tuning is going to work itself out. The tuners do feel good, they're nice and smooth, they function pretty well. That's that. Just a quick sample. We got to hear it clean, got to hear it dirty. We got to hear it through the pedal that Jace Allen so generously provided, and he covered the shipping as well, which I really appreciate, so thanks to Jace for that. Time for me to pick up another guitar so I can finish another video. But here's the ending of this video. Thank you very much for taking some time to check out this guitar by Firefly. Of course, there are always interesting models coming out on their website. People seem to make it a hobby to like check it 5 times a day or 20 times a day. But I'm just glad I was able to snag this when it was posted and then sold out almost immediately, so happy about that. You got to see it and hear it. I've got lots of cool videos on the way. If you like this channel, if you found any value in this video, please do subscribe. You'll see lots of content as I release it. I do have lots more videos planned, and a lot of them shot that I'm currently editing, so you'll get to see those firsthand. I look forward to seeing your conversations in the chat, and I always respond. So I hope to see you soon.